Q106.7 weather.
Here's your KQNK forecast. Bright sunshine expected today with daytime highs approaching 42. Westerly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Clear skies tonight, lows dip down to about 17. Mainly clear skies tomorrow, high temperatures reach up to 41. Ample sunshine and dry Wednesday and Thursday, mid-40s Wednesday, mid-50s by Thursday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Laura Lockwood. Right now, 12.
Kansas Information Network News, I'm Jen Austin. Emporia police are investigating a case of shots fired on Park Avenue December 15th. Julio Flores has more.
When officers arrived, they found a 13-year-old that had been shot in the arm. The victim was then taken to a local hospital for treatment and is currently expected to recover from the non-life-threatening injury. An investigation indicated the shooting happened during a physical altercation during a party. 20-year-old Archie Porter, the suspect, was recently arrested and charged with multiple offenses. A search warrant was carried out after his arrest, prompting a firearm seizure. Porter is currently being held at the Southside Regional Jail without bond. I'm Julio Flores.
Cases of respiratory illness are up across Kansas, including flu, RSV, and COVID-19. The CDC said Kansas is on the list of states with the most ER visits for respiratory issues this month, along with Oklahoma, Texas, and Kentucky. They share the same symptoms, including fever, cough, shortness of breath, congestion, and tiredness. The CDC is also watching cases of norovirus. This is Kansas Information Network News.
Healthcare.gov has plans for health because you have plans for life. All plans cover doctor visits and emergency care to keep you and your family running strong. All plans cover hospital stays and prescriptions so you can have peace of mind. Visit healthcare.gov to explore health plans from the brands you know. 4 out of 5 customers can find a health plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Final deadline to enroll is January 15th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Good morning, I'm Natalie Hadley with your KQNK News, brought to you by Firebolt Ag, LLC, serving all of your chemical and fertilizer needs. Preliminary results indicate 2024 was a more active year for severe weather in Kansas, as scientists at the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma, after tallying last year's severe weather reports, said across Kansas, 89 tornadoes were reported, more than double the 39 tornadoes counted in 2023. The most powerful tornado to strike the Sunflower State for the year was the April 30th storm that hit Westmoreland. It was rated an EF3 with estimated winds at 140 miles per hour, and one person, a 58-year-old woman, died when her home was destroyed by the storm. She was the only storm-related fatality recorded in Kansas in 2024, and the last time a tornado claimed a person's life in Kansas before this was during a severe weather outbreak on April 14, 2012, when one person died and 110 tornadoes were counted across Kansas and Oklahoma. Last year, there were nearly 1,000 reports of severe wind gusts, with about 70 for gusts above 75 miles per hour, and Kansas also saw 495 reports of severe hailstones, 86 for stones larger than 2 inches in diameter. The tornado tally in 2024 continues a roller coaster trend across the Plain States, as while 2023 saw just 39 tornadoes in Kansas, the total for 2022 was 68, according to the data from the Storm Prediction Center, and for 2021, the total figure was 46 tornadoes, and in 2020, the state experienced only 27 tornadoes. National Weather Service meteorologists noted that more tornadoes touched down in the Sunflower State by May of 2024 than in all of 2023. And in April, 37 tornadoes were counted, including the Westmoreland storm, which is the only Kansas twister to receive a significant rating in 2024. All of the others receive ratings on the lower end of the scale, from EF0 to EF2, based on the damage surveyed by the National Weather Service meteorologist. Governor Kelly signed an executive order to reform allocation of federal benefits to foster youth. According to the governor's office, Executive Order 2501 is the nation's first executive order to comprehensively reform the practice of distributing federal benefits to qualifying foster youth and will increase support for children and their families, enhance transparency, and improve the process of transitioning benefits when a child leaves foster care. Officials said some children in foster care are entitled to federal cash support benefits such as supplemental security income, disability, Social Security Administration survivor benefits, and Department of Veterans Affairs benefits. And as of December 31st, 2024, there are a total of 950 Kansas children receiving federal benefits in the custody of the Secretary. However, though longstanding practices, most states, including Kansas, use those funds to reimburse themselves for the cost of providing essential food, clothing, and shelter. Officials said under the new executive order, the Kansas Department for Children and Families will stop using children's benefits to reimburse itself for the cost of providing their basic needs while in the agency's care. And instead, the agency will first screen for eligibility and apply for federal benefits on behalf of children in care. If the Department for Children and Family acts as a fiduciary, they will deposit children's funds in accounts suitable for preserving their benefits. And the agency will work to identify other adults who may wish to apply to manage the funds until the child turns 18. According to the governor's office, the Department for Children and Families will track and provide annual accountings of the use, application, or conservation of funds and will transfer the balance of the account to the child or their new representative payee once the child leaves care. Officials said these funds, which will be held in ABLE accounts, could be used for expenses such as extracurricular activities and school trips while a child is still in care, or saved for expenditures such as a car or apartment deposit for young adults exiting foster care. Phone and internet services are vital to accessing health care and community services, finding employment, and calling for help in an emergency. However, that cost to stay connected is out of reach for many. So the Kansas Corporation Commission wants to remind Kansans that Lifeline provides federal and state discounts of up to $17.02 per month to help pay for residential or wireless phone service, internet, or a bundled phone and internet plan. Subscribers living on tribal lands qualify for additional discounts, and currently nearly 8 million Americans, including 23,000 in Kansas, are enrolled in the program. Eligibility is based on income, as you must be at or below 135% of the federal poverty guidelines. More information on income eligibility, participating providers, and the enrollment process is available on the KCC's website at kcc.ks.gov, or you can call 800-662-0027. In Nebraska news, 2 people were injured on Wednesday in a fire at a retirement home in Hastings. According to Hastings Fire and Rescue, firefighters responded to Good Samaritan Society Hastings Village at about 5:30 a.m. on Wednesday, and when they arrived, they found one of the triplex buildings was on fire. All of the residents were evacuated, with one of them being taken to a hospital with injuries that were not life-threatening, and Hastings Fire and Rescue reported that one firefighter also suffered minor injuries. Investigators think the fire started accidentally when metal utensils were put in a microwave, and the building was destroyed, with the damage totaling $495,000, though no other buildings in the retirement community were damaged. The Hastings Rural Volunteer Fire Department, the Juniata Volunteer Fire Department, and the Glenville Volunteer Fire Department also responded. From tobacco taxes to abortion, Nebraska lawmakers have introduced their proposals. The first 2 days of the new legislative session brings more than 130 bills and resolutions, everything from how much senators are paid to sports wagering, with the legislature welcoming 17 new senators after a third of the body has turned over. Some of the rookies have been quick to introduce bills for consideration, as lawmakers have 10 days in which to introduce legislation. Under LB 9, tobacco alternatives that have the same effect as nicotine would be taxed at the same rate as cigarettes. A senator has proposed a measure that would prevent prosecutors from going after pregnant women that lose a child, whether that's a miscarriage or through abortion. And senators also hope to address an issue that arose during last summer's special session on property taxes, where people who were expecting to get property tax refunds on their income taxes were disappointed to learn that senators said they made a mistake. Other topics include a proposal requiring consent for pelvic exams on anyone under anesthesia, which is an issue related to medical students and has become a nationwide concern. In schools, conservative lawmakers want the national motto, "In God We Trust," placed in each classroom, along with the state motto, "Equality Under the Law." And there are some proposed changes to the state constitution, including proposals about marriage licenses as they pertain to gender and race. And another proposal would increase pay for state senators. Currently, they're paid $1,000 a month. However, the proposed amendment would increase it from $12,000 to $30,000 a year. I'll be back with more in just a moment.
Firebolt Ag is a full-service fertilizer and chemical retailer. They customize products for individual farmers' needs, with the primary focus being customer profitability. Let Josh and Jack help you get the most out of your farm ground. They also provide in-house marketing with Ron Wall of Flatwater Solutions. Visit Ron in Phillipsburg or call Josh at 785-854-8484 or Jack at 308-840-2819. Firebolt Ag, your leader in agriculture.
The 20th season of the Smoky Hills PBS live viewer call-in show, Doctors on Call, hosted by Jenna Miller, began airing its new season on Tuesday, January 7th. Since its inception, Doctors on Call has been a trusted source of information for communities across Kansas, offering viewers the opportunity to hear from medical professionals on a variety of topics, ranging from chronic conditions to preventative care. Les Kinderknecht, the senior producer and director of Smoky Hills PBS, said the show has been a trusted resource for their viewers, offering a unique opportunity to engage directly with healthcare experts and gain valuable insights into their health concerns. Viewers also have the opportunity to call in with questions live during the show, and on this Tuesday, January 14th, they will highlight chiropractic care with Dr. Shelby Darnell of Restoration Health and Chiropractic. To submit questions electronically on a specific topic, viewers can send an email to doctors@shptv.org. However, questions submitted through email must be received by noon on the day of the show. During the program, viewers can call in questions at 1-800-337-4788. And for more information or to view past topics, you can visit smokyhillspbs.org. The U.S. Department of Agriculture Director for Kansas Rural Development, Christy Davis, announced that rural development is funding 5 projects to expand access to domestic biofuels. The $2,262,500 investment is made through the Higher Blends Infrastructure Incentive Program, and biofuel construction projects will happen in 4 Kansas communities. Davis said by expanding access to homegrown biofuels, they're making long-lasting investments that will create new market opportunities and revenue streams for Kansas producers. Of the 5 projects, locally, a $953,750 grant will help CC of Hayes Incorporated install 16 E15 dispensers, 16 E85 dispensers, 7 B20 dispensers, 2 ethanol storage tanks, and 2 biodiesel storage tanks at 2 fueling stations in Wilson and Hayes. This project is estimated to increase the amount of biofuels sold by 2,129,805 gallons per year. And a $531,000 grant will help Serves LLC install 6 E15 dispensers, 6 E85 dispensers, and 1 ethanol storage tank at 1 fueling station in Hayes. And this project is estimated to increase the amount of ethanol sold by 589,973 gallons per year. The team results for the J.R. Durham Invitational Girls Wrestling Tournament held on Friday, January 10th, includes the top 3 teams, with Norton Community Girls placing first with 184.5 points, Lexington Girls placing second with 178.5 points, and Scott Community College placing third with 138 points. There was a total of 14 teams competing. Norton's head wrestling coach Bill Brockelman reported that the girls opened up the second half of the season with a bang, claiming the J.R. Durham Invitational Championship. Norton crowned 4 champions, Kaysen Miller, Hallie Fondestill, Dally Braun, and Cadence Greason, and all 4 won their final match by fall. Haley was crowned the outstanding wrestler after pinning the number 1 ranked 4A girl, Destiny Gonzalez. Dally Braun avenged a loss over Scott City and pinned number 5 ranked 321A girl Ebner of Phillipsburg, and this earned both Hallie and Dally Norton's Wrestler of the Week award. The Lady Jays had 3 runner-ups, Allison Quintana, Kieran Aiken, and Sophia Kane, Isabella Garrity and Evie Vance both finished third, and Lorelei Granberry and Adriana Winters both finished fourth. Coach Brockelman said it was a great day to be a Blue Jay, and it was a great team effort. He said he was really happy with how the girls competed, and next weekend they will be at a big tournament in Hayes on Saturday. The team results for the J.R. Durham Invitational Boys Wrestling Tournament that was held on Saturday, January 11th, includes the top three teams of North Platte placing first with 159 points, Norton placing second with 142.5 points, and Colby placing third with 125 points. There were 14 teams competing for the boys. Coach Brockelman reported that the boys started out the year with some tough competition, though they were able to bring home a second-place finish at their home meet, only trailing behind Class A, North Platte, Nebraska, who barely edged out the Blue Jays in the final rounds. Norton competed with 10 boys on the varsity side and 3 on the junior varsity side, and 8 of their 10 varsity boys made the podium. The Blue Jays crowned 2 champions, Caleb Kieswetter and Brennan Faunenstill, who both were very dominant on the day, with Caleb pinning number 3 ranked in 3-2-1A Xander Donner of Russell in the finals, earning him the Wrestler of the Week on the boys' side. Norton had 4 runner-ups, Derek Clydesdale, Aston Katz, Colton Stover, and Corbin Puga, and they all battled tough against some great competition in the finals. Max Carter finished in 3rd place, and Jayton Weigel ended up in 4th in a loaded 138-pound bracket. On the junior varsity side of things, Braylon Linden ended up in 2nd place, Daniel Hildebrand was 3rd, and Bryson Burge was 4th. Coach said he was really proud of the way that all of the boys competed and they showed a lot of grit, even in their tough losses. Next week, Norton will have 8 boys going to the Newton Tournament of Champions and the rest going to Hayes. Your menu today for Eisenhower Elementary School. For lunch, you'll be having taco crunch, peaches, tossed salad, chocolate cake, and milk. For Norton Community High School and Junior High, your lunch today will be breaded beef patty with whipped potatoes or cheese pizza with fruit and milk. And for Northern Valley Schools, your lunch today will be spaghetti, bread, vegetable, and fruit. I'm Natalie Hadley. Your KQNK News was brought to you by Firebolt Ag, LLC, farmers helping farmers to succeed. You can contact Firebolt Ag today to get the most out of your farmland. Your KQNK weather forecast is being brought to you by Hinkle Termite and Pest Control, your Norton experts for all of your pest control needs. Your forecast for today, it should be sunny with the high near 42 and a west wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, it should be mostly clear with the low around 17 and a west wind around 5 miles per hour. On Tuesday, it should be sunny with a high near 41 and a northwest wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour, which should become southeast in the morning. And on Tuesday night, it should be partly cloudy with a low around 15. I'll be back with the rest of your forecast in just a moment.
When you've got bugs, we know what a nuisance that can be.
Lock 'em out. From Hinkle Termite and Pest Control, Lock 'em Out is our very effective residential insect prevention program. We'll come to your place and treat your foundation plus all insect entryways. And while we're there, receive a free termite inspection. Call Mr. Rich Wenzel, our certified technician in Norton, at 785-202-0167. That's 202-0167.
Continuing with your weather forecast, on Wednesday it should be sunny with a high near 45. On Thursday, sunny with a high near 55. On Friday, it should be sunny with a high near 49. On Saturday, there's a 20% chance of snow showers. Otherwise, it's going to be partly sunny with a high near 24. And on Sunday, partly sunny with a high near 17. Currently, with fair skies, it is 10 degrees. The humidity is 85%. The wind speed is east at 2 miles per hour. The barometric pressure is 30.25. And the dew point is 7 degrees. Your weather was brought to you by Hinkle Termite and Pest Control right here in Norton. You can call Hinkle Termite and Pest Control at 785-202-0167 for all of your pest control needs. It is 8:23. It's time for Kansas Sports, and that's being brought to you by United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything they do for you.
Save more, earn more with the Easy Saver account at the United Northwest Federal Credit Union. Enrollment in this program automatically rounds up the amount of all debit card and share draft purchases made from your checking account to the next whole dollar and deposits into the Easy Saver savings account. Not only will this account help you save, but it also earns 2.01% APY monthly. Special terms and conditions apply. Come in today and open your Easy Saver account at the United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything we do for you. NCUA insured.
KIN Sports, I'm Spencer Dupuis. Chiefs head coach Andy Reid spoke to the media on Friday about what the team is doing to prepare for the second round, and it involves looking at all the 4 teams that they could potentially play.
We actually have played, which is crazy, but we've played all the teams that are in the playoffs. And so you got to go back, though. You can't be content with that. The 4 teams that we have a chance to potentially play in a couple weeks here, we've tried to hammer those out, and we're going to continue to do that until we find out what the results are, probably Sunday night, somewhere in that area. So, but we're going to try to be ready for all of them while we have this time. And we've tried to use it smart as a coaching staff. At the same time, we want to make sure our players are fresh, but still stay sharp. So they work today in pads, and they'll go tomorrow, and then Sunday, whether it's a Saturday game or Sunday game, they'll have Sunday off.
Again, the Chiefs won't be in action until Saturday the 18th or Sunday the 19th. Kansas Information Network Sports, I'm Spencer Dupuis.
ValleyBet.com. Cattlemen, now is a good time to add a Powder River tub and alley system to your handling facilities. Built tough for the long duration, you will appreciate the convenient features of Powder River equipment made in the USA since 1938. From slant bar feeder panels, heavy-duty gates and corral panels to squeeze chute choices for the ranch, your cattle working hours will become more enjoyable and much more efficient. For tax planning purposes, many producers are now upgrading their cattle handling equipment as a prudent investment in their future operation. View the strong green line of Powder River equipment at valleybet.com. There you'll find exceptional value and a large selection of meds and more shipped fast and free on most orders over $75. Find your ranching needs at valleybet.com or shop their store in Marysville.
ValleyBet.com, ValleyBet.com, ValleyBet Supply.
It's true, many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than preparing for retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, I agree, and I'd like to help. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Philip Eisenhagen. Together we can give your long-term retirement strategy the attention it deserves. Stop by our office at 418 East Holm here in Norton or call 877-3373. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.